I'm gonna go listen.
Went like
What is
5
going on, folks? Will Turbot here. Fake Michael. Real news. Well, guys, CPR just shared some pretty unfortunate news with me here. And I'm surprised this isn't national headlines right here. I mean, this should be national headlines right here. Um, so while we get this fired up, CPR, welcome to the stream. Why don't you tell people a little bit about yourself, and you also have a new channel too. If you want to give us an update on that.
Yeah, Murder Man Studios. Been out searching for victims of the Long Island serial killer out in Gilgo Beach, and we potentially found more human remains. I uploaded.
Hold on. Way too windy. I cannot hear you at all. Hold on. You're gonna have to restart. We can't hear you at all.
All right, hold on. Is that better?
Much better. All right, start over.
All right, so yeah, I started a true crime channel called Murder Man Studios. And then recently we were at Long Island in New York searching for more victims of the Long Island serial killer out there on Gilgo Beach, and we potentially found more human remains. We've been back twice. Each time we found stuff. And next time we go out there, we're going to have a cadaver dog. So that'll be pretty interesting. Hopefully that'll be national news if we can, confirm exactly 100% that those are human remains. But we have John Ray out there, Shannon Gilbert's lawyer, interviews with him, crime scene comes out. Pretty good. You guys should watch it, especially if you're into true crime. And then the other channel, obviously, CPR Audits. And we cop watch and do audits.
Yeah, so everyone go check out Murder Man Studios. It's up on screen. I'll put the link in the description here for you guys. But I just happened to hop on Facebook for a sec, and I saw CPR post something. We'll get to it, but just for anybody, yes, I'm going to give a nutshell right now, Roger. So we're getting to it right now. I wanted to let some people work the way in here, but here's the link. So first, everyone, there's 235 subscribers. Let's get it up to 1,000. Everyone go over, press 1 in the chat when you're done subscribing. You'll see some really dope stuff here. I mean, I don't want to tell you too much, but you want to take a look at this channel right here because there's more coming. It's some pretty dope stuff. So, all right, now to the purpose of this video. Start here. Killing Daunte Wright. You guys probably remember this, right? But I'm going to just do this so you guys get caught up. April 11th, 2021, Daunte Wright, a 20-year-old black man, was fatally shot by Officer Kimberly Potter during a traffic stop in attempted arrest for an outstanding warrant in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, United States. After a brief struggle, officers, Potter shot Wright in the chest once at close range. He then drove a short distance. His vehicle collided with another and hit a concrete barrier. Officers administered CPR to Wright, but were unable to revive him. Yeah, right. And he was pronounced dead at the scene. Potter said she meant to use her service taser, shouting, "Taser, taser, taser." This is the woman, Kimberly Potter. We covered this. I mean, this was national news. So I hope you guys remember this. Basically, Kimberly Potter. Let's see if they got a picture of this. Oh, they don't have a picture. They don't have a page for Kimberly Potter, huh? Put her stupid, ugly face up on the screen. Let's get this stupid mug on the screen. 2 years. Oh, 2 years. See that? Wow. 2 years. This lady gets 2 years for killing somebody. All the training. She doesn't know the difference between a bright yellow taser, which is made of plastic and far lighter, and a metallic gun. Yeah. So I guess if I just went up to one of you guys I didn't like, and I just said, "Taser, taser, taser," and shot you in the head, I'd only get 2 years. Oh, that's right. I'm not a cop. Yep. Oh, that's right. I'm not violent. So, yeah, Daunte Wright murdered. And that was last year. So now let's go to this year. Here, take a look at this.
Stay fast.
May 5th, 2022. Brooklyn Center officer threatens to jail Daunte Wright's mom.
Yeah.
The mother of a man killed by Brooklyn Center police last year says an officer there threatened to arrest her for illegally filming a traffic stop and arrest Wednesday night.
Didn't know it was illegal to film a traffic stop.
No, it says legally filming. She was legally filming. That's the thing, is people wonder why we do what we do. It's because the mother of a murdered child already has that trauma to deal with, says, you know what, I'm going to film this police altercation because, hey, my kid was murdered by these police.
She was on the other side of the highway. Also, the officer literally crossed like 4 lanes to get to her and wanted her ID. And she didn't want to give him her ID. And she told him, she said, you know, you guys killed my son. And then he took her out of the car, bent her arm behind her back, and had her detained. And then ended up giving her a ticket and letting her go. But, I mean, 4 lanes of traffic, you're concerned about someone filming your traffic stop?
Why do you need ID? It's a legal thing. Like this lady probably has so much trauma, she doesn't want to have to even deal with those police ever again. But she's like, you know what? These people done killed my son. Maybe I'm gonna film. Who knows? Maybe my son's already dead. Maybe I could save another person from being murdered at the hands of these police.
Yeah, their chief of police said that he made a statement, and he said that his officer handled that perfectly well.
No way.
Yeah, said that he had restraint and.
Oh no. Okay. No way. All right, guys. I never asked for donations, but I'm asking for donations right now. I'm asking for donations. As Malcolm Coley says, nope, we got to audit this bourbon. Yeah, we do. Yeah. I'm sorry if I want to go audit these people. If you guys want to send me some money, I mean, shit, I'll sleep in the car. I'll sleep in the damn car to audit these people. The chief of police said he handled this well.
Yep.
If who's in Minnesota that can go there and audit, so I don't have to go do this. I mean, I'll do it. I just don't have the money to do it, quite frankly. But this is kind of like, this is just insane.
I'll be going live tomorrow for an audit at the in Indiana, right there where CH and Ty audits, where he was arrested by the judge, told him to come, like, to drag him into the courtroom so he could be held in contempt for filming. I'm sure a lot of people have seen that. James Freeman shared it, a bunch of people. I'm going to go live, and I'll be there tomorrow and see if they'll do the same thing to me. So, make sure you guys subscribe to go see that.
Man, dude. Wow. Yeah, whoever's out there, we need to get an audit right there. Like, if I had the money, I would go to Minnesota right now. So let's see. Let me just see on a map where Brooklyn Center is. This is just and then, I mean, it's just like one thing after another. First, they murder this kid. Then this lady's filming. And then this guy passes 4 lanes, gives her a ticket and attempts to get an ID when you're not supposed to do any of that. And then the chief says this is a good job? I can't believe this. I can't believe I thought we'd oh my God. Yeah, people think that the stuff that we do is harassing, although it's not. Harassing is a crime. We're just engaged in a constitutionally protected act. If we don't, we're literally obliged to do this, right? Yep. If what I do is harassing, well, what the fuck is that?
Major harassment.
That's murder, gang stalking.
Yep.
gaslighting. But I'm the bad guy here. I'm the bad guy here for filming the police. What happened? Why do you film police, Will? Well, I don't know. How many people have cops killed? Cops kill on average about 6 or 7 people a day in the United States. A day.
Yep.
They don't even do their job, the Constitution. We catch them doing that, all sorts of bad stuff all the time.
If no one would have filmed George Floyd's death, then that wouldn't have happened the way it happened, you know?
Yeah, and what about what was it? Eric Garner? He was the one selling cigarettes. I mean, this guy got choked out in broad daylight for selling Lucy cigarettes.
Yep.
But I'm harassing.
Yeah, and then
I'm the one harassing. I'm not the one choking people to death in broad fucking daylight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna calm down. This got me so pissed off. You guys wouldn't be able to tell, but I'm feeling a little under the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, dude. I mean, this poor lady, right?
Just trying to make sure stuff didn't happen to other teenagers that happened to her.
She's putting herself out there, and then she has to deal with this. This poor woman. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for this poor woman to have to deal with this trauma. And then they do it to you again. I mean, oh my God.
Yeah, that ticket hopefully will get thrown out.
I don't know though, because didn't the chief said he did a great job? He did a great job.
Yeah, but that's not the chief's not the prosecutor. It's up to the prosecutor if they want
to. I know, but it's not like they're all part of the executive branch there. Oh my God, dude, that is terrible news. Sorry guys. I mean, this is sad, man. This is quite frankly sad. I thought we were farther than this. Geez, dude. So let's go back and let's talk about a couple of. Don't give them too much here, but let's give people a brief background on the Long Island serial killer, and you can see this video here. We got. Well, you know, we could play a little bit of it too. But
yeah, good episode.
Who in the chat? Press 1 if you've heard of Long Island serial killer. Press 2 if you have not, and we'll take it from there. And then CPR, if you just want to start off with like an overview of what's been happening there since '96.
Prostitutes keep getting found dead on Gilgo Beach in Long Island, New York. Really on all the beaches, you know, Fire Island, Toby Beach, Blue Point Beach, all the way going back to 1996 with the Fire Island Jane Doe. They found part of her. She actually washed up off of the Blue Point Beach, her legs, sorry. And then her skull and arms were found on Gilgo Beach in 2010 whenever they were looking for Shannon Gilbert. So we're pretty sure he's been doing this since 1996. Half of them, they've been sawed and professionally sawed in half. They've been dismembered. And we actually find a dismembered bone that is cut clean through with a saw.
CPR found a bone. And let's just put it this way. We're not interesting. Gematria Effect News says Gilgo Beach equals 201. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Welcome to the stream, Gematria Effect News. That's interesting. Yeah, they still haven't found the killer. CPR found a bone, and the reason why I think that they haven't found a killer, and this is my opinion here, but during the investigation, I believe a homeless man broke into the car of the chief of police. And there, oh yeah, Right the Matrix. Yeah, Right the Matrix in the house. Everyone go check out Yeah, Right the Matrix 20. Tell them good old Fake Mike sent you. During this investigation, a homeless individual broke in to the chief of police, his car, and he found a bag.
Yep.
What
Duffel
was
bag.
in that bag, CPR? Could you tell us?
Sex toys, a few DVDs, and specifically one of the DVDs. It was Christopher Loeb that took that duffel bag from James Burke, the chief of police, outside of his house. On the DVD, he put it in for a few minutes and then turned it off, and it was a prostitute that was being tortured. So it was basically a snuff film.
You got a snuff film. There was a snuff film on the chief of police's back. So, yeah. So this is still, unfortunately, unsolved, and CPR has done the most work since then. And as soon as CPR found that bone, we've had people have press conferences, start re-looking, and we've had the public relations person at the police lie to our face.
Yes.
Lie to our face.
Yeah, right after we left John Ray's office.
So we literally met with the lawyer helping some of the victims. And when we found the bone, he found the bone. They took it out, right? They had the I'm not going to say too much because you guys got to check out Murder Man Studios. Let's see. I'm going to refresh the screen. I hope somebody else subscribed. 236. Okay, we got one more. That's good.
Woohoo! Yeah, pretty much, guys. We're making this
236. Okay, we've only got one more. So, Lewis, you haven't subscribed. Cali Life, let's go. Who hasn't subscribed? Roger, get over there and subscribe. It takes 2 seconds. Let's go. There's no proof that Jack the Ripper is dead. I will look up thugocracy, but first you have to subscribe to Murder Man Studios. Let's see. This is pathetic. Open up another tab. I've only got one new subscriber on the stream. 236. Still 236, guys. We're not going anywhere. Interesting, Zach. On May 6th, the headline was Gilgo 4, and that phrase equates to 56, like Society of Jesus, and the date, May 6th. Interesting. Well, yeah, that's true. You know what I'm saying? What the thing is, we can't expect to get. Thank you, Deanna, for subscribing. We can't expect to get truth out of the people that consistently dishonor their oath. We can't expect to get any source of truth or advocacy or anything. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you, Roger, for subscribing. Let's see if these numbers went up. I'm holding you guys hostage.
Yeah, so I'm making
this 241. Now we're talking. Now, see, this is what I have to do to you people. Do I have to shame you people? Do I have to call you out by name? Jesus. Did anybody subscribe to who? Murder Man Studios. It's right up on screen, silly head. Just type in Murder Man Studios. It comes up, 241 subscribers. Get it in.
So let's tell them real quick about, so we found that bone on March 26th.
Yes.
By April 6th or April 7th, they had a surprise news conference that John Ray found out about 2 hours before it happened, which is pretty interesting. And that's when they shared the Megan Waterman surveillance. I don't know. And then we just went back, and the day that we got there, they were actually searching out there. Why were they searching? You know, if that wasn't a human bone, why are you searching? They refuse to tell us if it's human or not. They refuse to tell John Ray if it's human or not. You know, it's just, it's very odd. And it's also, if it is a human bone, it's embarrassing for them. And I think that's what they don't want to happen.
And I think it's honestly what it is, because they wouldn't have came down there and taken a look and did all that stuff if they didn't. I mean, before we even called people, we were like, all right, let's try to rule things out, right? You know what I'm saying? Could this be a dog bone? Well, there's no teeth marks on it. You know what I'm saying? Could this be a human bone? maybe, but it saw it in an interesting way. Who would saw it like that? So we even talked to a butcher, right? Said it's just like any cut you've ever seen. So some of these pictures, and to me, even if it is an animal bone, why is it sawed so precisely, right? Why? And that doesn't make any sense to me. So there's that. And Roger, we're okay. What's a thugocracy? Government by a group of thugs. Well, yeah, that's what we have. We could argue if we could sit here and we could argue: do we live in a thugocracy, a kleptocracy, fascism, an oligarchy, communism, socialism? I mean, yes, yes to all. So, and then I wanted to bring attention to your video here as well. Why do you think tell people about Gypsy Rose and that? This has 6.9 nice, 100 views. Why is that video doing so well? Do you think? And what's Gypsy Rose?
I don't know. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is the girl that her mom thought that, or got people to think that she was sick, and her mom had Munchausen syndrome. It's hard to pronounce. Sorry. And told people that she was younger, had her go through different type of surgeries, take different medicines, and she didn't need any of it. She was completely healthy. She was in a wheelchair.
Oh yeah.
You guys might have seen The Act on Hulu, or Run on Hulu. Run was basically based off of that Rose Blanchard story. But she got tired of it, and she was talking online to a boyfriend, and she convinced that boyfriend to come and stab her mother to death. So she hid in the bathroom and let him in, and that's exactly what he did. And they took off together. And they were caught. He got life in prison, and she received 10 years because of everything that she went through. So she's actually going to be out probably next year.
Interesting. Maybe we can get an interview with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you think that video did so well compared to some of your other videos?
I think because the police came.
Yeah.
I think it's exactly because the police came.
Okay. By the way, we've gotten 10 new subscribers to Murder Man Studios, but there's 25 watching. So there's still some people that have not subscribed. Please go over to Murder Man Studios. Leave them a comment on one of the videos because it helps the algorithm. Let them know that good old fake Mikey, the fakest Michael, sent you. So that helps the algorithm, helps his channel grow too. What do you need? How many subscribers do you need for the custom-made URL?
For the what?
For the custom URL?
I don't know what that is.
You know how on my channel it says youtube.com/FakeMicRealNews?
Yes.
Yours doesn't have that.
Huh. I don't know. That's interesting. I wonder how many you need.
Well, you might not even need any. I heard someone say 500, but then I said someone that you didn't. So after this or later, you can go into your, I can help walk you through it too, but you can go into your, customize your channel on YouTube on the laptop and do it.
Okay. All right.
And you should be able to do a few things there too. So spice it up. And you can also add links to your thing. So on my YouTube, guys, on my channel, you can find links to my Facebook, my website, my Instagram, and all that too. So check it out, and then you can be able to put your stuff up there too. Yeah, we're still live, Pete from New York. Do me a favor, Pete from New York, if you guys are just joining, share this video. And also subscribe to the channel you see on the screen. It's Murder Man Studios. Not only
I'll just be on oxygen one day, I'm telling you.
Well, we're going to put Oxygen out of business, and this is not the only piece of true crime that we've actually helped push the story, push the investigation with. Also,
John Lang.
Yeah, tell people about who John Lang was a little bit, and we can talk about that too.
John Lang was an activist from Sacramento, California, that worked for the Sacramento Bee, a newspaper.
He was from Fresno, but yes.
Was it?
He was from Fresno, but yes, the Sacramento Bee is the newspaper.
Okay. So anyway, he was an activist, and he was a investigative journalist also. And he found that the police were doing shady things. They were going in low-income neighborhoods and very poor areas, and they were running people's plates and waiting for them to get in their cars and leave. And then they were pulling them over. So he exposed this, and he started getting stalked at his house by police. He had
video evidence of this.
A lot of video evidence of this. You know, 1 or 2 times, maybe coincidence, but not almost every.
I mean, they were literally standing outside of his house, like 7 or 12 of them, like this.
Yep. And then the day before he died, he actually posted that if anything happens to him, it was the Sacramento police.
He said, "Hey, by the way, guys, people are trying to murder me. If anybody has a gun and wants to come stay with me, you're welcome. I'm going to die this weekend, and I'm going to be murdered by the Fresno police." And then what happened?
That's exactly what happened. The very next day, his house caught fire. Police said that his door was barricaded from the inside. So they broke in through the back, and they found him with, I think, 3 stab wounds and, you know, the house on fire. So they said
Now,
he stabbed himself 3 times.
So before we even get there, we forgot to tell you an important point. Days before he ended up dying, what was the name of this cleaning company again? Quality? Was it Quality?
Something like that. Yeah, it was. I'd have to look it up.
So anyways, you could go look it up. If you guys put John Lang into YouTube, you'll see it. But basically, there's this cleaning company that pulls up and is out there. And people get out, a little suspicious. And then so some people online are saying, you know, that's a front company. Those people probably working for the cops, whatever. And then you look up this company, and we did this all online. We did this video about this. You should release the video. You should upload that video of us calling them and stuff like that. He was like, they were like, okay, so these people, they look shady as hell, whatever. They're trying to like, they stuffed some paper or something in his thing, whatever. So we look it up, and we go to the California Secretary of State, and at the time, it wasn't even in business. The website looked shady. It's out of business. It went in and out of business, right?
Yep.
So CPR and I we called twice, and the second time we called, we got this guy to answer, the same guy from before. And admitted live on radio, on air, on syndicated radio, on the Red Pill Hardcore radio show. I call and I'm like, "Hey, what's up, man? I need your help. It's kind of an emergency. I had a little accident here at the place. You know what I'm saying? Can you get over here? Can you get your boys over here as quickly as possible to come help me out? I'm kind of dire need." He's like, "Oh, what kind of mess? What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Let's just say there was an accident and I need to get rid of stuff quickly as possible here, buddy." He's like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" I said, "I got a body. I have a body, and I need you to dispose of it." "Oh, okay. How long do you think you can be here in?" I say, "Probably like a half hour." Then I give him, then he's like, okay, cool. What's the address? And I gave him John Lang's address, and he hung up. So for all the money that these private investigators and police get, me and CPR are out here putting in work and doing more than they're doing. Why? Because they're probably involved in the shit. They're probably involved by shit.
Yeah, their address was.
Report though said he killed himself. but I definitely disagree with that. I definitely disagree with that assessment. And I definitely don't think there's any validity to that official story whatsoever. So I think you should upload that. We should even I can give you the audio, and you could upload that whole. It would take me a little while to look through it, but you could upload that whole radio show that you're on, and put it up there. Just the audio, maybe put some pictures over it if you wanted to too. You don't even have to, but so yeah, CPR, aka Murder Man Studios, he does some great work. All right, let's check in, guys. Oh, snap, Providence in the house. That's my city. Oh yeah. What up, Jimmy? Jimmy, have we met? Because I pretty much know everybody in Providence. Don't know if I know you. 246. Let's get him up to at least 275. 246. That's good, but we need to get a few more. So everyone go over right now. Murder Man Studios. If you're just joining, share, like, and subscribe. Yeah, they're trying to say that he stabbed himself to death. And
then set the house on fire.
And set himself house on fire and stabbed himself to death. Which also, in CPR is pretty much an expert on this. That's not typically, statistically, the way that men will kill themselves. Men are more likely to kill themselves by shooting themselves or hanging themselves, whereas women are more likely to cut or poison themselves. Is that correct? CPR? All right, CPR froze up. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, you froze up. Yeah, was that statement correct there, CPR?
Yes. Yep.
All right, yeah. So and especially after him saying, "I'm going to be murdered by the police," and we have all the evidence. He still has a YouTube channel. It's called Marine Lang. But if you just type John Lang into YouTube, last I checked, it had about 15,000 subscribers. I honestly wish he gets over to 1 million subscribers, even though he's dead, just so everyone gets this information out. Because I mean, this guy really gave his life for freedom and truth. So rest in peace to John Lang, Marine Lang. Go check out his channel, and give him a subscribe too. So next time Fresno PD looks on there and says, "Oh man, this guy's got 200,000, 700,000 subscribers," they're going to be pissed because more people are going to know that the Fresno PD probably murdered him, allegedly. If I was on DLive, I might say something a little different, but we're not. We're here on my favorite platform, which is YouTube. Yeah. So what can we look forward to in the near future here on Murder Man Studio CPR?
We're going to be searching for a lot more missing people, a lot more burial sites, dumping sites, stuff like that. When I started the channel, I went around to like serial killer places, true crime places like that, and would tell the story. And I'll probably still do that from time to time. But being out on Long Island and searching for more victims felt more of me helping people. So if anyone ever has watched any of the Adventures with Purpose channel on YouTube, what they do, they find people in water. I'm kind of doing what they do, but on land. So, we're going to be searching for Jennifer Kessie. We're going to be searching for missing people. We're going to be searching for like Jennifer Kessie, Maura Murray, people like that.
Maura Murray's the one in
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, yeah. And it was either her birthday or the anniversary of her death the other day, as a matter of fact. And yeah, that's a pretty bizarre story. And that's why, okay, and I'll take this minute to address some of the haters out there that comment on my videos. "Oh, the person just standing on the corner, he's not a detective, right? He's not out there investigating people. He's not going to..." I said, I know that, which is my point. Like, they have money to pay these guys to stand on the corner. I mean, when I was in Rochester, New York, courtesy of Yeah Right the Matrix, shout outs to Yeah Right the Matrix 20. Everyone go subscribe to Yeah Right the Matrix 20. Yeah Right the Matrix 20. Once again, go subscribe to Yeah Right the Matrix 20. There was a freaking cop outside of like I don't know, some like Walgreens or some shit like that. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? What are you up to? He was like, well, this is an area where a lot of people they steal from and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. So you're just sitting here pre-crime, kind of waiting to see if anybody steals. So they have enough manpower and energy to sit there and make sure you don't steal a $10 item. You got what, $65,000, $100,000 salary sitting there guarding $10 worth of shit.
Yep.
And that's somehow a good thing. I know these people aren't detectives, but what they should do is maybe instead, just maybe, instead of having, I mean, New York City, Philadelphia. I mean, what major city have you been to? Providence, not a major city. But what other, I mean, like, there's cops everywhere. There's fucking cops everywhere. Everywhere. They're everywhere. So maybe you only have so much of a budget. So maybe instead of having cops walking the streets doing absolutely nothing, maybe you hire some more detectives or pay detectives overtime to solve the cold cases, right? I mean, maybe that's just me. Maybe we just take a break from giving people tickets for a year until we can solve the fucking murders.
Yep. Oh, I mean, there's so many bodies. I mean, Joel Rifkin. I mean, that's one serial killer from Long Island, New York, also that they confirmed like 17, but he has way more. And once they arrested him, they just didn't care. They haven't searched for any more victims or anything. Just like, with Long Island. Once they found Shannon Gilbert, they just stopped. They completely stopped searching that area. And I don't know. It just blows my mind.
Honestly, the reason I've kind of took a second look into true crime, because I'll be honest with everybody here, I have a very limited noggin space. So I was like, who cares about true crime? People die, as Cameron says, just die every day, B. And I get it. Because people die all the time, right? And that's messed up, and those people deserve justice. But I was like, you know what? The New World Order is genociding people right now. This is a small change. But what you find out invariably if you do your due diligence on this true crime stuff, I started looking back into true crime when I read the book Program to Kill and watched the YouTube series Program to Kill. And what it shows is the point that me and CPR have kind of been making is, every single time you look into it, there's rings of wizards, there's police involved, right? There's some occult, esoteric, weird shit going on, right? And the police never do their job. They never ever do their job. They're usually helping. And some of these people, some of these serial killers too, they'll have a military or government background.
Or they were cops. Golden State Killer.
Yes, and there's also been some speculation that the Long Island serial killer, aside from just finding that snuff tape on the former police chief James Burke's bag, might be involved. Because some of these things too, it's like, with all the forensics and stuff that they have now, how could you possibly not solve this, right?
Right, exactly. It's going to take the public to solve cases like this instead of the police. That's
what I've learned is since the last few years getting back into true crime, it's the police rarely ever do it. If you watch Unsolved Mysteries or these true crimes or whatever, it's a family member who's unrelenting in the fight for their family, and or it's a private investigator, right? It's never the police that solve these things. Sometimes too, you have to get rid of an entire generation of police before someone can look back on that without hurting your former boys in blue, right?
Or it's people like us that have YouTube channels or podcasts, like Payne Lindsay that had a podcast for YouTube, and he solved the Tara Grinstead murder in Ocilla, Georgia, that beauty queen that went missing in 2005. He actually solved that. So that wasn't the police that did
Patrick,
that.
I'm sorry that you're having that happen right now. I'm sorry, but enjoy your day. If you have any information, send it over on Instagram, Real News on Instagram. I'd be curious to see what you got over there, but I hope you feel better. And it's totally understandable that this type of information might trigger your PTSD. Yeah. Look into Secret Society, Strictly Business. Hey, Strictly Business. You're talking to the dude here that's live streamed from the Bilderberg. I went into the Bilderberg special landing area, the private resort area. I've walked into live streamed inside many Masonic temples. We've talked all about the Rosicrucians, the Jesuits. Now, some of these are not secret societies, yes, but there are secrets within these societies also. But oh yeah, we're very familiar with secret societies here. We've even interviewed Masons here. We've debated Masons. We've interviewed Masons. So go back to the old videos and check it out because it's been pretty cool. We actually walked into a Masonic ceremony one night late in New York. I live streamed from the headquarters of Scottish Rite Freemasonry in Washington, D.C. after they told me not to twice, and I still kept live streaming. And then I was kicked out. And then that's another thing too. Some people also brought up Jack the Ripper, and there's an entire theory that states that Jack the Ripper, because of some of the symbolism and ways that he was killing, he may have been a Freemason as well too. And then you've got the P2 Masonic lodges and so on and so forth. So yeah, I've watched part of the skulls. That's another thing. We've audited Skull and Bones not once but twice at least, and we even confronted a Skull and Bones member on the way out. We caught a Skull and Bones member coming out, and I asked him. I said, "Hey, is it true that you lay in a coffin naked masturbating?" And he said, "No, do you?" And I was like, "No." I could have done better, but I was surprised he even answered. Right, but so yeah. And we're never giving up on these little secret societies here. So yeah, look, I'm no expert. I'm just a lot of you guys in the chat. You guys send me the information, give me tips and tricks, and I can't read all the comments. And somebody else said too. Somebody else said in the comments, well, if you don't reply to this comment, you're part of them or something like that. Whatever. Basically, somebody said that they sent me information on Gematria a long time ago, and I disregarded it. That may be the case. If you guys send me something, you got to resend it sometimes because I get caught up. I'd be on the road. Sometimes I'd be like, it gets whacked, right? And sometimes I'm going to be having Wi-Fi. So if you're waiting for me to respond, send me another message and another message and another message because the squeaky wheel is going to be the one most paid attention to. All right, let's take a little update. If you guys are just joining, smash the like button. We're going to let CPR go in a minute or two here because he's got some things to attend to, as do I. 247. All right, 247. Let's get this up to at least 275 right now. Murder Man Studios. Go to YouTube, type in Murder Man Studios, hit the subscribe and the bell. News Now Fort Worth. Welcome to the stream. I don't know what the hell that means, but I like you. Please subscribe over to this channel. I want CPR to be able to do this full time, Murder Man Studios, because I think that's one of the most effective ways that we can change things, right? Because we're talking about, we can't rely on the police to solve this. They've had what, 96? I mean, how many years is that? They haven't done a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? We're never going to get the truth about John Lang if it's up to Fresno PD. We have to do this, right? Despite them taking billions upon billions of dollars from us by the force at gunpoint. So we have to do this here. So yeah, CPR, give us any final thoughts. And again, some of the other things on your channel and what to expect in the near future.
So tomorrow I'm going to upload episode 2 of the Long Islands. That is going to be with John Ray and a bunch of other stuff. We've got drone footage. We've got we've got a lot of footage. So we are going to, my goal is to search all of Ocean Parkway. No matter if it takes me a couple years to do it, because I believe that there's a lot more victims out there. The old district attorney, Dormer, even said that there's more bodies out here. Why they won't search, I don't know. I was told that I'm the only person that has searched since 2011. So.
And that's pretty bad because these cops really don't have much else to do. They have plenty of money and technology to go ahead and do these things. So, yeah, guys, check out Murder Man Studios. CPR, thank you for joining me. Everyone go check. There's episode 2 coming tomorrow. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Flaco Fuerte, for subscribing. Let's check one more time. Let's hopefully these got to 250 right now. 248. All right, we'll get them up there to 250. So, yeah, tomorrow, make sure you hit the bell because he will be debuting a brand new video. And you want to check that out. I mean, you can see right here, we got all the police here. You got the famous John lawyer,
Ray.
John Ray. It's pretty crazy stuff. So you guys are going to want to check this out. Everyone go over to Murder Man Studios. Give him a like, share, subscribe. Leave him a comment so he knows that I sent you and help the algorithm. And I'll see you guys very, very soon.